Bedford, New Hampshire. That's exactly where I am. That's just like right outside. Doesn't it look majestic? The state is so incredibly beautiful. I would wave, but you still wouldn't see me because I'm inside the building. But it's gorgeous. The Bedford Inn. We love it. We love the voters here, too. The Biden campaign is looking for black voters to come back. Americans indicating Biden is not winning with a key voting bloc. A recent poll shows Biden is losing on two top issues with black voters. More than half disapprove of Biden's handling on the economy and inflation, and the Biden campaign seems to be ready to fight.
When it comes to African-American voters, I want to be very clear about this, that no administration has done as much for the African-American community as President Biden and Vice President Harris. We've come out of the gate with very large buys targeted at African-American voters, organizing in their communities to send a clear signal that, one, we don't take them for granted. Two, we recognize that we need to earn their support in this campaign.
A recent piece with this: when talking about economic concerns, black and Latino voters in recent years are usually talking about inflation, and there's good reason for this. Not everyone was affected by inflation in the same way. Inflation and inequality got worse for blacks and Latino families over the last 2 years. Charles Payne, host of Making Money on Fox Business. First of all, I'm always a little confused when they pick one person to speak for all of us. And I guess they just think they know how every household works. Tell us about the ones that the Biden administration is missing.
Well, first of all, this guy, what he said was just an outright lie. It really was an outright lie. And it's hurtful because, you know, he talked about how they're organizing. They're putting more effort to try to win the black vote than they have put in to help black people. He almost admitted it just there. We're organizing, we're going to get in early, because a lot of black Democratic consultants always complain that they give all the white consultants money. Why? Because they take the black vote for granted. So now, you know, here's the deal. Black wealth, white wealth increased $50,000 on average since 2019 to 2022. And then on top of it, the economic burdens of inflation have been absolutely enormous. And beyond the lies is, what has President Biden been most passionate about? He's been most passionate about things that help, to be quite frank with you, rich white people. Paying off PhDs, their college loans. Paying off, you know, wealthy folks, giving them money to buy EVs. He's taken the earned income tax credit that was designed for poor households to get a babysitter so people can enter the workplace, and he's given it to couples making $300,000 a year. His passion has been on the wealthiest people in this country. What did he do last year that was really, to me, despicable? Unfortunately, Harris, one of the things that's really tough, when a Democrat is elected, one of the things I fear about black America is that anything negative that happens to us won't get any airtime. No one will talk about it. So last year, President Biden allowed an emergency food stamp program to expire. Didn't put up a fight at all. If Trump had been in office, this would be one of the number one, it would be in the top 3 categories. Why did you let food stamps to poor Americans expire? But so President Biden's fighting tooth and nail for college grads who will make on average $4 to $5 million in their lifetime, $3 million more than a high school grad. He's fighting tooth and nail for the non-grad to pay their student loans. He's fighting tooth and nail for families making $300,000 to get tax credits for the children. They don't need them. It's the families who want to get in the workplace. And more than anything else, it's the education. The education. Why hasn't black wealth kept up? We're not getting the education. We can't graduate at 12th grade with a 7th grade reading level.
If it's even that. I mean, there are pockets in this country where they're struggling.
But places like New York City, it's embarrassing. And then the most recent blow, the death blow, that really is waking up black people. Hallelujah. Look at social media. Illegal immigrants getting off of buses.
Chicago.
And jumping the line.
Chicago. The black residents.
They're kicking black kids out of school to make room for the illegal immigrants.
Imagine when Obama, along with Biden, go back for the DNC convention in Chicago, and the same people who've been holding news conferences, black families, begin to speak again. Now, look, there are some brighter spots that are happening in the economy right now. We know that eventually,
name 'em.
well, eventually the interest rates are going to come down. The problem is it may not be precipitous enough to happen before November, so people may not feel it.
If interest rates come down because the economy is lurching into a recession, that's the ultimate 1-2 punch.
Is that what's going to happen?
First of all, well, we'll see, because that's all in the Federal Reserve's hands right now. But prices that have gone up, they don't come down. That's one of the things that the media says when they say inflation is down. It's not down. The rate of growth has slowed.
Absolutely.
So if I pay $1 for something, then I'm paying $1.50, and then the next month is $1.55. It is slow, but it's still $1.55, and I can't afford it.
But what Biden's team is trying to sell you is at least it won't be $5 with inflation cooking above 8 and 9%.
Well,
right?
They're trying to sell that,
but it won't.
People of all stripes, understand income inequality has never been worse. The wealthy in this country have made so much more money under President Biden than they could have ever made under any president ever.
So we're a capitalist country, and this is not about, pushing against the people who have dreamed their dreams and they're now getting wealthier. What you're saying is it's like a gift because he's in office. That's what I understand.
Right.
Now, I got to let you go really quickly. I want to say this. Part of the reason why Bidenomics didn't catch on was for the bad things that were happening in the economy. They just stopped talking about the economy. Now that they want to start talking about it again in an election year, it's difficult to catch up because the news was so bad for so long, and it had the name Bidenomics. Real quick, last thought.
Well, what they'll do is, like, for instance, last week we had the consumer sentiment, and it made a nice bounce, but it's bouncing off. Imagine something falling from 10 to 5 and bouncing back to 6. Oh, look at the direction it's moving in. It's bouncing off of an extreme low, but it is still extremely low, just like prices are still extremely high.
They are.
And Bidenomics
and the packages are smaller for more stuff.
And Bidenomics doesn't work for most people. Yeah.
But we can't. But thank you. I appreciate it.
I'm glad you gave me the opportunity to at least tell some of this
truth.
Well,
you were fired up from the time. They could barely get your mic on. I love it. Come see me anytime.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.